Hey guys, Tweenswag here, and I wanted to do something a little bit different in this video. I have been talking with several people on the forums, and it just kind of came to light that I just wanted to have a little discussion about one of the strategies that I like to do in PUBG, and that's just basically the play style that I play in every game, and that's just low and slow. Now, I don't win a ton of PUBG matches. I have about 50 on my account, and honestly, PUBG is not a game I'm playing a lot, but a number of us have been started to play again. So I just wanted to chat about how I actually play. I'm by no means some person to speak on a ton of authority, but anyway, here we go. So I'll pause it right here. If you look at the map, you'll see we have about a quarter of the map alive. Now, I've entered this a little bit early, and that's pretty normal to my strategy. So I'm now on the inside of the circle, and I'm actually, in retrospect, I'm one of the most, in fact, I am the most centered person in the map with the exception of one other person. Now, in this game, I'm going with the Kar 98, which is actually not a gun I'm very good at, so I'm trying to get better, and this actually ended up being my best Kar 98 game. So the way that I play is going all the way through low, slow, get intel, and kill when necessary. I'm not going for a high kill game. So I went ahead and knocked that guy out just because I'm trying to create a front. So you can look at the map and see that I have plenty of work to do, but at this point, that guy is the only guy that I know about. I hear this guy lobbing shots, another guy starts shooting me, so I know I have to get down. Now, there's a vehicle behind me which is about to pop up, and I know that there's a guy to my left, and I see this guy crossing the street. So right now, I only know that there is a guy to my 6, a guy to my 12, and a guy on top of the mountain, which I did not kill. So my priority is killing the guy that's actually shooting me, of course. But I know I have 2 other guys that are going to be shooting at me, and that's exactly what you see here. I miss a bunch of shots because Kar 98's not my thing, and my priority at this time, again, while getting intel, is just trying to create a front. That's all I care about right now. If I'm going for the win, I'm thinking about creating a front so that I know I can clear that side of the circle and enter into the final phase, or at least the second to final phase, with pretty good position. That vehicle decided to not go for this fight, which was pretty lucky for me, honestly. That probably would have killed me if I had a guy shooting me in my 6 and my 12. I'm looking at the circle right now. I'm watching the amount of people alive. I'm just trying to get out of this one alive. Realize that the guy that's shooting me is that guy on top of the mountain. He finally got a shot on me, so I'm out of here. It's a pretty lucky run right here. That very well could have killed me, but a guy cherry-picked him. Not going to complain about that. So now here's the pivotal part, and I'll pause it again. So I'm healing up here. I got in a little bit sooner than I normally would. There's still plenty of time to walk this circle in. I know that there's 2 guys trying to shoot me. That is the guy I was engaging at the palm tree and the guy to my 6, which is on a mountain, and I don't at this point know where that vehicle went. So there's 3 people potentially in my area of combat, and I have to choose who am I going to kill. So looking at the circle, in retrospect, we know that my right side of the map is the best way to go. At this point, I don't know that. At this point, I think that there's a guy at the palm tree. I think there's probably someone in the valley just based on its position. And you can see in the top right corner of the screen that there are 2 vehicles up there, so there's a pretty good chance that there's someone up there. So my goal at this point, I decide, is I'm going to clear the right side of the map. I'm going to get the east side clear, and so I have to choose my targets. So heal up, try and figure out what's going on, and check the mountain, of course, just to make sure that that guy isn't still lobbing shots at me. Because again, all we know is those people up at the mountain and that guy at the palm tree. So I'll pause it here again. Again, in retrospect, you see there's 2 people up on the mountain, and in the game, I assume that because that guy went down ADS, or at least he's looking for that guy down at the mountain. So now at this point, I think there's 2 people on the mountain, which there are, guy at the palm tree and guy up at the car. So I'm just trying to figure out who is my best kill. Notice I didn't take this shot right here until I felt like I had a good shot, missed it, and then get the kill. So at this point, again, I don't know for sure if he got that kill on the guy on the other side of the mountain, so I'm just checking it, making sure. And this is where, again, the decision-making comes into play. And that guy at the palm tree is now dead, so there's potentially a guy at my 6. Probably he's dead to the play zone. I'm looking at the ticker. It actually turns out that the guy on the mountain did kill him. So I'm thinking my 6 is clear, and this is probably the turning point in the game. I'll pause it here. Now, this guy up at the rock, he is aiming down into the valley. That was the spot that I assumed there was somebody already. The guy that I had killed a little bit ago was the guy at the palm tree. I didn't know that. I was assuming there would be palm tree, valley, and this guy that we're aiming at right now, which is where those vehicles are parked. So if you look at the map, there's actually no one in the valley. I don't know that. I think there is someone in the valley. So I don't try and kill this guy yet. I'm going to use him for intel. Why? I just don't feel strongly about this shot. I'm just not that great with the Kar 98. If you are, fantastic, kill the guy. But I'm going to play to my strengths. My strengths are, I know I have a front, and this guy is going to give me the intel, whether or not I need to engage him. So I'm going to pass on the shot, even though I probably could have gotten a clean shot on him. You've seen my aim. I'm just not that great with the car, even at this distance, which is very much within the range of the car. I have a really nice scope. So I'm just going to let him go. I'm going to let him do the work for me. If he gets killed, then I'm going to cherry pick his guy, and then I know I'll have a front. So he goes down to the valley, either to clear himself or to pick up the loot on the guy that I killed. In retrospect, he probably was trying to pick up whatever was happening on the palm tree guy, the guy that I did shoot. So this is the point right here. I'll pause it. This is the point where I know that since he's cleared out that valley, he's giving me the intel I need. There's not a +1 in the valley. It's just me and him. I know that this whole quadrant is clear because I've been watching the ticker, and I have been getting only kills that I know that I can get and watching all the other kills happen. So this is when I decide, all right, now's the time to take the shot. I need to get better at a good kill here. Decide to let him hop a little bit and get a nice little running headshot. That one felt pretty good, not going to lie. That's not my strength in this game. I get that in other video games like Battlefield, not this game. Alright, so final circle. This is exactly how I wanted to enter it. I know I have a front, that's clear, and I'm following the circle in. Some people like to get in early. I like to follow it in just so that I don't get picked up on someone on the side. I'll pause it right here. Three people alive. One guy just got killed at CQB. Now this is where I don't have any intel. This entire time I've just been working in that quadrant of the circle, and now it's all about intel. So this is again where my low and slow kind of method comes into play. This is a pretty normal method for someone who's not very aggressive, as I'm not, and you have the opportunity to pick up on someone else's engagement or be that first one. Now, if you feel confident about the circle, by all means, make that first engagement. If you need intel, just wait. Just let the other people make that engagement for you. So I see the guy up at the top. Check him out. Do I have a clean shot on him? No. That's a low percentage shot. Could I kill him? Yes, but I don't have God aim, and so he ducks behind Deflade. So this is when I decide, all right, low and slow, absolutely. I know I have a guy up there. Where's the last guy? If you look at the map, you see him at the bottom left corner of the map, right there at the west half of the map. So they start engaging, and I honestly don't know who is coming out on top on this. Now, pause it right here. Decision time. Do I press this engagement and take them while they're probably low health, or do I wait? I decided, just because of the length between me and the targets and a lack of deflate on approach, that I'm going to let them engage each other, and I'm just going to see who comes out on top. Now, based on the audio alone, because I have no visual on either of these guys, I honestly couldn't tell who came out on top. Normally, it's pretty distinguishable based on the shots and the ticker who came out on top. They were both using an SKS, and I honestly, it was just a little convoluted, so I couldn't figure it out. So I know the direction both guys were in, I just don't know who's alive. So my main goal here is to figure out which of those two guys survived. I know there's a guy up on top of the mountain, and I think there's a guy somewhere to my right. On the map, we know where he was, but at this point, we don't. There he is. So now it's the CQB. This is my gameplay right here. Unfortunately, miss a lot of shots because ADS auto is just not my thing in this game, but I know he's injured. I have more health than him. Pull out the car, chest shot, game over. 8 kill win with the car. That's pretty good for me. I average anywhere between 5 and 7 kills per game if I'm going to win. Car 98, I've actually not gotten more than just a couple of kills in past games. It's just not my weapon. So that's it. Really, the only point of emphasis and really reason for uploading this video is just to show that, look, you can rack up a 14, 15, 16 kill game, and that's playing super aggressive, and that's awesome. I'm going to get less kills than those people. That being said, this is a total valid way of playing the game. If the goal for PUBG is to win the game, then there's a ton of ways to play it. If the goal of PUBG is to get a lot of kills, this is probably not the method that you should employ. You should probably use more aggressive tactic, dropping hot drops. Where did I drop in this game? I honestly can't remember. I think it was one of the hangars or one of the barns somewhere. There's a couple that I like to drop. But I picked up that car and I picked up that ump and I stayed with it the entire game. I did not loot any boxes with the exception of one, which you saw in the video. That was only to check for meds. He ended up having some, took that. And so that's what it was. It was a low loot, medium kill game that was possible because I took it low and slow. So if you are a super aggressive gamer, you probably are going to beat me on this round if you know where I am. But the whole goal of playing the way that I played this round is that you don't know where I am unless I have to absolutely get those kills. The nice thing about the car is that it's less bullets down range and less intel for the other team. So there you go. Low and slow, got the win. Yeehaw.